Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Sagittarius reading. And I pulled for you the cleansing smoke. And this is talking about cleansing, obviously, but purification in the sense of moving from and communicating better between one state, the physical world, the 3D, the material world we inhabit, and the spiritual world with whom we are increasingly opening up our energy to receive, so that we are allowing the guidance of spirits that we are connecting with, becoming more and more familiar with, to lead us, to guide us. This is an invitation on your part to flow in the sense of smoke. Smoke is about ephemeral, here one moment, gone the next. It can't be captured, but it's also about sacred space and creating that sacred space for yourself in the process of purification, of detoxifying not only your environment, but your energy field. The card that is representing your overall theme is the Nine of Wands. It seems as though you've been on this healing path for quite some time, for a long time. You've been striving to overcome a set of obstacles that you face. They may appear to be endless tasks, hurdles, as though others are offering you one more hurdle or challenge on your path to a liberation, a connection of freedom, a sense of achievement that has been plaguing you. It has damaged you. It has hurt you in the constant frustration that you are experiencing. On the bottom of the deck, the Five of Pentacles is describing a way in which you continue to seek approval from those who you know do not approve of you, do not see you or accept you for who you are. And you understand that you have allowed these people to define you for too long. However, you're still not addicted. You're still tied to a sense of obligation to these people in some way. This can be family members. It can be friends. It can be a work affiliation that feels as though you are required to be a certain way in order to be perceived as serious, to be perceived as competent. But this is really not relevant to the path you're on, yet the habits of people pleasing continue to dominate in some way, in a way that you are becoming increasingly exhausted. It's almost as though Spirit is exhausting you of this constant performance for the benefit of others in order for you to release it finally. If this reading resonates with you, please like this video, please share this with others, and certainly subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate the time that you spend with me. So we're going to focus particularly on your perception in this reading, the area that the full moon is particularly highlighting for you. The full moon falls on the 11th of this month. The Four of Wands is describing a cherished goal, and actually a place that centers your daily and routine activities, that is the center of the way that you think and the way that you communicate with others. And despite this long past, I feel like this greater spiritual obstacle of feeling anchored and tied to those who don't appreciate you, who don't see you, you also understand that your sacred space, your central social connection, is through the ability to think and communicate with others with whom you are showing them new ways, new ideas, new ways to connect. You're pooling your resources together in order to build something that can support all of you. This can be a literal partnership between two people who are joined together through an alignment of purpose and productivity. But this can also be a community, a circle, a team where you support one another to continue to grow and expand. So this is beautiful energy of celebrating the ability to transcend the limitations of the past, the limitations of the way others have seen you, and to allow yourself to show up in your presence as who you are with a sincere desire to exchange ideas and to think differently, to place yourself in a different space so that you are releasing this old story that you've been living and that frustrates you, that hurts you, that damages you, that holds you back from achieving the success that you desire, when in reality, your present moment, when you allow yourself to be in the present, you are in connection with new versions of yourself, new versions of your own story, and ways that you communicate that with others. In the past, the King of Wands is you coming from this place of incredible confidence when it comes to your own definition of who you are, your embrace of your fire. This fire that you sense, that you communicate, that you share with others is motivating to others. It connects you with your own spirit, your gifts, your talents, the mission that you were born with, and a leadership capacity that has always been uncomfortable for you in your particular family of origin or um, upbringing, coming of age, where you conceded often to others, where you played small, where you denied yourself the sense of autonomy and expression because it felt too large for the company that you kept, for other family members who saw you, did not see you in a leadership role or having the right to your own authority. That's something that you have been healing and working on as you have come more in touch with yourself. You are more in touch with your confidence, with your excitement, your exuberance, the challenge of expressing yourself in numerous ways. Many of you are highly creative and you have gotten in touch with that for some time now. But integrating that into your family of origin has been a challenge for you. I believe that you have arrived at that place in that community that sees you for who you are, who you want to be, and relates to you on that level. These are people that allow you to be who you are, that accept you, and that communicate you, and with whom you can share a lot of creative energy with. In the future, the Eight of Wands, all these wands, very interesting. The Eight of Wands is about things moving quickly. And with the full moon in Sagittarius, this is really beautiful energy for you. You are communicating your ideas rapidly, effectively. You are being noticed by others who want to draw you in to their projects, who want something that you have included in the efforts they're making, and you likewise are networking, meeting new people, gathering ideas in order to become a part of something that is larger than yourself. And I do believe this is part of the balance that you are teetering on at this time. And this is part of the challenge of growing and healing. You are moving out of, or learning to move out of, your own sacred space where you are present with yourself and who you are, your mission here, and you are open at the same time to collaborating with others who are a part of things that you want to be a part of, that are outside of you, that seek to share your resources with the world. I'm going to clarify the present in the Four of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords. Interesting. There's a part of you that is learning by watching others, that is unsure about how to reconnect with others, reconnect with, perhaps for some of you, it would be a soul tribe. It can be the recognition of a soul bond that you recognize but feel insecure about approaching, not sure if you know how to love, to share, to communicate, to be yourself with those you have such a strong sense of purpose and achievement with. There's a part of you that feels as though you've always been infantilized by perhaps family members. They have pushed your light down, don't want to see you as a grown up. There's a message there. And yet you have been able to strike out, expand, and flow into the recognition of partnerships that are a better match for you. Yet you acknowledge not knowing how to move forward, not knowing what to do. And I always find the Page of Swords to be a card of strength. Knowing what you don't know is a sign of intelligence. It's a sign of knowing the limitations of your mind, and being open to the truth in other forms as you find it. So you continue to be a seeker of your truth. Continue to use your word, your communication, language as keys to unlocking the secrets of new relationships that are developing and evolving. This openness is based on this connection in the truth. And in the past, the King of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is talking about the way in which you have gained confidence from your former relationships, no matter how human, flawed, or dysfunctional you feel they have been. They have been a source of strength. You have learned things from those relationships, and you recognize the past, particularly past relationships, have little to teach you at this time. They have given you the strength to face the challenges that are significant to who you are, to defining your mission, to defining your purpose. And so in this way, you are feeling cold towards those with whom you have shared much, perhaps in the past, and feeling like you're ready to move forward, and open up to this greater challenge that defines you. So this is about recognizing the limitations of the relationships you've shared without throwing them away, taking the wisdom you've gained and moving forward towards a greater challenge, one that you must face alone. And in the future, the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Swords. This is about perhaps a news communication you're having from a family of origin, friends, associates, about things that have finally closed. This is a kind of closure that you are seeking, that you have been seeking, but that is now being communicated to you. There's a finality to these cards. Not only is the end of a long cycle of behavior, of beliefs, come to a natural end, a final devastation, a final ending, but it has sparked a desire for you. It has released your desire to move forward towards a new community, towards unfamiliar territory, because of the immense confidence you have gained in this effort to end an old cycle, to release beliefs that you realize are no longer relevant to you. And this is undoubtedly tied up with family members, areas of the past. You have a couple of eights here, so you are focused on success, moving forward, facing challenges, doing the work. The nine is that point of frustration in trying to move forward in an old environment that does not recognize you or that you no longer relate to. And of course, the 10 is the completion itself, the finalization, the opportunity for true cleansing, true purification, detoxifying your environment and your soul's energy so that you are free to communicate, to accept guidance, not simply to give direction, motivate others, or inspire others, but to receive the information, the guidance that you know you are entering into a space where few can go, very few want to go. Particularly for those of you that are creatives, this is a sacred space that fuels your art making. I'm going to finish up this reading, Libra, with Pure Magic card, and I pulled the Telekinesis card, and it speaks of influence, willpower, control, and obstacles. So yeah, there's a natural synastry going on here between this idea of etherizing your energies or transcending the physical plane, moving beyond the mental plane, playing with fire in the most gentle way. Smoke is evidence of fire burning that can be smoldering, the smoldering desire to create, the urgency to create while the flame is hot, striking this ability to control tremendous energies of creativity and spiritual power in order to make something happen, all the while overcoming the obstacles of the past to gain the control, to be the influence that you were intended to be. I hope this reading has been helpful to you, Libra. If you enjoy this content, check more out here. And until next time, namaste.